Hi everybody. Thank you for joining me. It's so great to see so many of you interested in learning about safer, more natural ways to manage your health. Let me begin by introducing myself and telling you how I got started using essential oils. I'm Jennifer Tremblay. I'm a holistic health coach, graduate of the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and certified through the American Association of Drugless Practitioners. And full disclosure, I was not always a health nut. In fact, until about 7 years ago, my attitude toward food was to eat whatever was the quickest and to spend as little on it as possible. Then everything changed. We relocated from Massachusetts to North Carolina for my job. Shortly after that, the recession hit and I lost that job. I was commuting back and forth to Massachusetts every week to finish my MBA. And on top of all that, my husband was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. I was physically exhausted and basically a sad, scared, depressed mess. But out of adversity comes growth, and that was kind of the start of our journey to taking control of our health. Pretty much that was our goal, and most of our time and most of our money went toward achieving that. But it was well worth it because although Parkinson's is a progressive, incurable disease, we learned that the quality of life for someone who has it can be greatly improved by safely eliminating toxins, eating better food, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep. And coincidentally, those all help with the emotional issues that I was facing, and come to find out, they help with all health issues. After seeing the amazing results of our changes, I became obsessed with learning more. I went back to school and eventually even changed careers in order to help others. And as far as my husband, he's doing great. He's actually out playing tennis as I speak. We've both been using and benefiting from the essential oils to support our natural healing and reduce our toxic exposure. And that brings me here to sharing that information with you. I want to assure you that the information I'll be sharing tonight is true to the best of my knowledge, but I highly recommend everybody do your own research. You just can't be too careful when it comes to your own health. I also want to stress that only your body can heal itself. The oils are very supportive. They help your immune system. They help all your systems and everything going on in your body to do its thing, but only your body can heal itself. For instance, if you break your leg, you go to the doctor, he or she puts a cast on it, but the cast itself doesn't heal the fracture. It can help the fracture heal faster and better than it would have without it, but it doesn't actually do the healing. Another example, if you cut yourself, a little bit of antibiotic ointment and a Band-Aid will certainly help it heal quicker, but neither one of them is what actually does the healing, so you get it. When I watch a webinar, I like to know what to expect. So I'll tell you that by the end of this webinar, you'll know all about essential oils, how they work, how to use them, why quality and safety is so important, and of course, I'll share some options with you on how you can best get yours and start managing your health more naturally. So what are essential oils? Essential oils are natural aromatic compounds that are found in the plants. They can come from the stems, the bark, the leaves, the roots. They contain many medicinal properties, and they're extracted by either steam distillation or cold pressed from the rinds, like in the case of citrus fruits. The oils are the plant's immune system that protect it. You can see in the picture that's a close-up of a peppermint leaf, and the little sacs contain the oil. The oil helps if a leaf gets ripped or they're exposed to extreme heat or cold, if they're faced with predators. They have an amazing ability to heal themselves. And when plants are strong and healthy, the benefits from those therapeutic compounds are transferable to humans. The ultimate retro. What I mean by that is people are always asking me if this is some kind of a new thing because they're hearing everybody talking about them all of a sudden, but I just want to assure you that they've been around for thousands of years. They were mentioned in the Bible hundreds of times. They were found in King Tut's tomb when they dug him up. It's been noted that they were part of Cleopatra's beauty regimen. And just a little bit of a history lesson. During the plague, they realized that perfumers and people that were working with essential oils were not getting sick, so the wealthy people hoarded all the more expensive oils and the lesser expensive oils were used to fumigate the cities. So people are similar but different. What I mean by that is we're pretty much all the same, we look the same, we function the same, but there are some people that are just so strong at specific things. They're great at sports, they have an aptitude for learning languages, can play multiple musical instruments. Well, plants are like that too. Here's a list of common medicinal properties. This is a list of properties that many plants have, although, just like people that have certain strengths, plants have certain strengths as well, and certain plants and certain oils have more of these constituents than others. So just take a minute to look at the list. It's pretty impressive. You'll also find that certain oils can help with multiple different conditions, and multiple different conditions can be helped with multiple different oils, and that's why, because there is a lot of overlap. Essential oils are super powerful. They're actually 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs, and herbs are really powerful. 1 drop of the doTERRA peppermint oil, for instance, is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. I point this out to you for 2 reasons. 1, I want you to know how potent they are and be excited about the potential that they have for really helping you, but I also want you to understand how potent they are when it comes to following safety and usage instructions to make sure you take them very, very seriously. So how do essential oils work? Well, they work at the cellular level. You'll notice the little diagram of the cell below, and you'll see that bacteria lives on the outside of the cell, where viruses live on the inside of the cell. So that's why antibiotics and antibacterial creams work so well against bacteria. But sometimes you'll go to the doctor or bring a crying baby to the doctor, and all they can say is, "I'm sorry, it's a virus and there's nothing we can give you." Well, it's nice to know that essential oils do have the capability of penetrating the cell membranes, and they do keep viruses from replicating. So at this point, you're probably thinking, they just sound too good to be true. They must be expensive, or there must be a catch. Well, the answer is no and yes. They're not expensive. The recommended use is just 1 to 3 drops. And with 250 drops in each 15 milliliter bottle, that's really just pennies a use. And each oil has multiple uses, so they're very, very affordable and practical. For acute issues, like something that just happened, maybe a first aid type of need, the rule of thumb is to use less oil more often. So it's not necessary to douse yourself with oil, just use the 1 to 3 drops, and if the condition is still bothering you, maybe 15 minutes later, use a little bit more, and that usually does the trick. And for ongoing immune support, just a few drops of oil once a day is usually all you need. So what's the catch? Well, it's not so much of a catch as it is a qualification. The thing is, not all essential oils are created equally. There's no industry regulation or standard, and basically anyone can put whatever they want in the bottle and say whatever they want on the label. You wouldn't think that that would be true, but it really is. So let's talk about different types of essential oils and what they're used for. So the area in black represents oil that's used for synthetic purposes. For instance, this would be the grade of oil that you would find in artificial like room sprays and plug-in sanitizers and new car smell, that kind of thing. The gray area represents food grade essential oils. Those are the ones that are used in like spearmint gum or hint of lime Doritos that probably don't even have a hint of lime in them. Then there's therapeutic grade. Those are the oils that are found in like a health food store, where you would assume that they were better quality, and they very well may be, but you just really don't know unless you know. Which brings me to the CPTG. CPTG stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, and that was a certification created by doTERRA. Wait a minute, doTERRA created their own certification? When I first heard that, I remember thinking, oh, anybody can create their own certification. This must just be some kind of a marketing gimmick. But then I did my research and I learned all about the company and their products and learned why they did it. The reason was, as I mentioned before, there is no industry standard. So there was no way for people to know when they purchased doTERRA products that they were getting 100% pure, no fillers, no fragrance, no pesticides, no chemicals, that they were as potent as they could possibly be, and that they were consistent from bottle to bottle for quality. So they created their own beyond organic criteria, and they have each and every batch independently third-party tested. And this is important because every bottle of oil you buy from doTERRA, you have the assurance of knowing that exactly what it says on the label is what's inside the bottle. And you'll notice I specifically said that you buy from doTERRA because you'll notice the picture in the bottom right-hand corner. Both are bottles of doTERRA oil, but you'll notice they have different caps. And the reason for that is one of them was purchased on Amazon or eBay, and clearly it's been opened and tampered with. So again, you just can't be too careful. Another reason that I feel good about doing business with doTERRA is their commitment to sustainability and fair trade. To get the most potent plants, you need to get them from where they grow indigenously, with the best soil, humidity, and the optimal growing conditions. For instance, I can grow lavender in my backyard, but it's not going to be nearly as potent as the lavender that grows in the high altitudes of France, and it's not going to have nearly the therapeutic benefits. Oftentimes, the best plants grow in poor, developing countries, places where the farmers are not very well educated and often taken advantage of. So doTERRA does what they call co-impact sourcing. They partner with the communities, they develop long-term relationships, provide education and resource, they create jobs, they bring in equipment, and most importantly, they offer business training, cash flow, and business management. This is really important because oftentimes the farmers are forced to harvest their crops prematurely because they need the money. So doTERRA pays them in increments. They pay them at the beginning, the middle, and the end, and that way the farmers are allowed to provide for their families, and we get the benefit of fully mature, fully potent essential oils. Let's just take a minute to recap. So essential oils are all natural and from plants. They've been around for thousands of years. They contain amazing medicinal properties. They're very powerful. They work at the cellular level. They're cost effective, just pennies a drop. CPTG, certified pure therapeutic grade, is beyond organic. And doTERRA's co-impact sourcing promotes fair trade and helps developing communities. So how do we use essential oils? There are 3 ways: aromatically, topically, and internally. So aromatically, basically it's just like it sounds. You benefit from just breathing in the essential oils. When they're inhaled, they interact with the body's olfactory nerve and its limbic system, which is directly connected to the part of the brain that controls heart rate, blood pressure, breathing, memory, stress. You can breathe it right in from the bottle. You can put it on your hands, rub them together, and inhale it that way. You can use a diffuser like the one in the picture. Very easy to use. You just take the top off, put some water in, a couple drops of oil, and plug it in. I have that one that I got from doTERRA that I love, but you can get them from any place. And they have the unique ability, the oils that is, not the diffusers, to cross the blood-brain barrier, which among other things controls and elevates mood. I don't know about you, but I know a couple people that could benefit from having an elevated mood. You can use them topically. They can be applied to your head, your feet, your ears, your chest, the back of your neck, troubled areas. I know when I have an upset stomach, I feel comfortable rubbing the oils, directly on my stomach, or if I have an issue with my neck, rubbing it directly on my neck. A lot of people apply the oil to the bottoms of their feet, especially those with children and sensitive skin. The feet are a great place because the pores are bigger and you can cover a larger area. They're also great because of the meridian lines there. When you put oil on the bottom of your feet, it gets into every single cell in your body within 20 to 30 seconds. When you use an essential oil topically, it's always recommended that you use it with a carrier oil. And all a carrier oil is coconut oil or olive oil or any kind of cream or a lotion that can spread the essential oils out. It doesn't dilute the potency of the oils, it just lets you cover a larger area. And oftentimes it helps increase the absorption because real pure essential oils tend to be very volatile and almost watery, and they evaporate quickly, which is another way to know if you're getting a pure oil. For instance, if you buy an oil someplace else and it has an oily consistency, chances are that even though the label may say it's 100% natural, it's got some kind of oily filler mixed in with it. And this brings us to the third way, internal use. I want to stress that when I talk about taking oils internally, I am only talking about doTERRA brand oils. I would not trust taking any other oils internally. With that said, they work great to help you from the inside out. They can go right to work relieving issues in your digestive system, your mouth, your throat, your liver. You can put them under your tongue. You can put them in a gel cap. You'll see the little picture in the corner. You can buy a container of about, I think it's 100 gel caps for about $4, and you can just put your own oils in and make your own. Or if you're not inclined to do that, you can buy a lot of the oils come in capsules from doTERRA. You can put them in water, you can put them in your food, and you can put them on a spoon with a little honey, which always reminds me of Mary Poppins, but it really is a good way to take them. So this brings us to most people's favorite part of my classes. They always want to know how I use the oils and which ones are my favorite. So I put together a couple slides, just kind of a show and tell, explaining the ones that I love best and how I use them. So I use them a lot for cooking. Peppermint oil I put with everything that I make that's chocolate. I make a lot of healthy chocolate smoothies. I also do a lot of flavored water. I'm not a really great cook, so when I go to somebody's house, it's usually my thing to bring the water. But sometimes I don't plan ahead enough and I don't start it in the morning, so the flavors really have a chance to get into the water. So I'll cheat a little bit. I'll take a little bit of mint leaf and cut up some lime, but then I'll put in a drop of mint or lime essential oil in with it. So shh, don't tell. Another way I use it in the kitchen is every morning I put a drop of lemon oil in my water, and I do that to help detox my body. I remember being in a class kind of early on and someone asked the instructor, well, why would I use a drop of lemon essential oil in my water when I can just cut up an actual lemon? And I remember her answering, because it's cheaper, quicker, and it works better. The essential oils come from the rind of the lemon, which is actually more beneficial when it comes to detoxing. And you don't have to worry about the acidity with the enamel on your teeth. Another thing that I do as a health coach, because I believe very strongly in cleansing and detoxing my body, is I do seasonal clean eating cleanses, like the one here from eatenclean.com. It's basically just eating clean food, not eating processed food, and giving your body a chance to reset. You're also eliminating certain things in the middle, which helps you identify if you have certain food sensitivities, which most people do. There are a lot of cleanse programs out there, but I especially like this one because it's safe. You don't have to buy a lot of gimmicky shakes or supplements to go with it. She gives you step-by-step instruction and encouragement, and you also get about 100 different recipes each season. For exercise, I learned that the Balance Blend is one of the really great ones for doing yoga. A lot of people will put a drop of it on the middle of their forehead to help with their spiritual connection. The lavender promotes relaxation. The peppermint is great for increasing circulation. And if you play any type of sports, peppermint is great. It helps open airways, it gives you more energy, and people have said that they feel like they get a better workout. For pain management, our Deep Blue products are pretty much everybody's go-to. They're great for anything achy or inflamed or sore or strained. They come in a tube like you see here. They also come in oil and capsules. They even come in a little roll-on bottle if you don't want to get it on your hands. People with chronic joint pain love it. Athletes love it. Chiropractors and massage therapists love it. It's really great stuff. For pain and discomfort from digestive issues, Digest Zen Blend is terrific. It really doesn't matter what end of the spectrum your digestive issues are, because the way oils work, they just bring your body back into balance. So it just takes whatever it needs to be more balanced. I know I use that a lot. I eat a lot of healthy food, but sometimes I go a little overboard. For instance, I really like hummus, and sometimes I'll eat the whole container of hummus, and DigestZen's really helpful for that. Or if I fall off the wagon and just eat something that I shouldn't, it's really supportive for that as well. Lavender is great for most anything skin related. It's especially good for burns and bites and stings. I'm always like burning myself on my hair straightener or something in the kitchen. One drop of lavender oil on it, and like 5 minutes later, I can't even remember what it was that I burned. There's no throbbing or aching, it doesn't get red. It's also great for like puffiness and inflammation. I know people use it to calm down like red puffy skin after waxing. Because essential oils can cross the blood-brain barrier and affect mood and blood pressure, I use mine in stressful situations a lot and just for general mood elevation. You'll notice the woman in the picture is kind of hunched over her computer. Well, one of the products I especially like is that past tense roll-on. I just take it and swipe it across my shoulder blades, and like within seconds I can just feel my shoulder blades drop about 3 inches. I've been asked more and more to give talks and do public speaking, which I'm not particularly comfortable with, but I'm working on it. Two of the things that I use to help me with that is one is the Intune roll-on, and that's really great for focus and concentration, especially when I'm doing writing or reading or teaching myself something new. The Serenity is wonderful. I use that for just overall calming and just help take the edge off a little bit of social anxiety, and it also smells amazing. So I use it just like perfume. I'll put a couple dabs behind each of my ears and on my wrist, and it helps me not only to calm down but to smell really nice. The Aroma Touch blend is a blend of 8 different oils specifically formulated to reduce inflammation, increase circulation, help with relaxation. It's great to bring if you're having a massage or if you are a massage therapist. The picture of the Vanderbilt University Medical Center there is to remind me to tell you about an interesting study that their wellness committee did. They surveyed doctors and staff in the really stressful emergency room, and they questioned them as far as their levels of stress and frustration on the job. Then they diffused essential oils for a couple of weeks and then resurveyed them. And the results were amazing. I don't want to quote exact numbers for you. I'll send you the link so you can watch it. It's only about 2 minutes long. But basically they went from very high to the low single digits. As wonderful as the oils are for their medicinal and therapeutic benefits, they're also great for health and beauty type things as well. So these are just a couple of the personal care uses that I like mine for. I use a special blend with grapefruit. My daughter actually made me a cellulite eraser cream using the grapefruit and a couple others that help minimize cellulite. I also use a couple drops of rosemary and lavender in my mascara and in my shampoo because they're both good for thickening hair. And I've recently started using cypress in my toner. It's good for tightening skin, so I especially use it like around my jawbone to help prevent those like saggy jowls that people get when they get older. A friend of mine's a flight attendant, and she's on her feet all day long, and she uses the cypress to help with varicose veins. doTERRA also has a great line of skincare products. I've been starting to use them little by little as I use up the stuff that I had before, but one of the ones that I especially love is the Immortelle, the little roll-on that I've indicated. That was one of the first products I bought because I saw someone who was using it that had beautiful skin, and she told me it would help with minimizing pores and wrinkles, so that's all I needed to hear. And I have been using it, like I said, ever since, and I love it. It works great. Since most of the people who attend my classes are women, and I get asked all the time about female issues, I wanted to talk to you about a blend called Clary Calm. It's terrific for anything hormone related, temporary relief from cramps and nausea, hot flashes, emotional swings. I also wanted to show you the frankincense and geranium because there's a doctor in my area who specializes in breast health, and also a good friend of mine who does breast thermography, and they both recommend that their patients use frankincense and geranium topically. Essential oils are a great way to clean your house without chemicals. There's a couple there that are really great for cleaning. Melaleuca, which is also the same as tea tree oil, if you've heard of that. Purify is wonderful for diffusing in the air. If you have a room that's smoky, or you have teenagers who participate in sports and their rooms are smelly, it's really good for that. Lemon oil is good for everything. It's just very antiseptic, it cuts grease, it's really handy to have around. I use it a lot when I have like sticky stickers or something on glass that I can't remove. It's wonderful, just one little drop and it just takes the extra glue away really easily. There's lots of do-it-yourself kind of recipes out there for yoga mat cleaning spray and bathroom spray and all kinds of cleaning things that you can make. I really like our On Guard blend. I'm going to talk about that more in a minute, but it's a protective blend that helps support your immune system, and we have a whole line of products using that oil, but I especially like it for the foaming hand soap, and I have one of those in every bathroom. Everybody loves them. For weight management, we have a terrific line called Slim and Sassy. It helps promote healthy metabolism. It helps the body cleanse and detox and break down petrochemicals. It helps manage hunger and cravings, which is a biggie for a lot of people. The line includes the oil, supplements, there's shakes, and there's even a new appetite suppressant bar. Balancing your blood sugar levels is crucial for controlling your hormones and keeping off extra weight. And as we get older, it's really hard to lose weight. The sooner we start making changes, the better. So if you're tired of always starting over, then don't quit. Find something that's sustainable and healthy and start making small changes each day in the right direction. And if you do, you'll be amazed at how quickly you're looking better, feeling better, and just having that great sense of accomplishment knowing that you're doing something to be in control of your life and your weight. I want to talk just a minute about essential oil blends. I always make my own blends. I buy little empty roller bottles and blend things together, and that's great. But doTERRA also has their own pre-made blends that are scientifically researched to be in exactly the right ratio and balance. And the reason blends work so well are similar to the reasons why people work so well on committees and on teams, because individually they have a lot to offer, but collectively they often get a better outcome. I'd like to tell you about two of the blends that I'm especially familiar with. The first one is called Breathe. It supports your body's physical and emotional breathing. And what I mean by that is all the oils have an emotional healing component to them as well. So if somebody is in need of breathing space, the Breathe blend would be particularly supportive and helpful with that. The combination of lavender, lemon, and peppermint that you see below is especially great for providing relief from seasonal pet and environmental symptoms. I know I've been a real hero this past spring season by offering that to friends of mine that are suffering with these runny nose and itchy burning eyes. It's really helpful for those types of symptoms. The other blend that I have to talk about is On Guard. That's the one I mentioned earlier with the foaming hand soap. It protects your immune function, it helps guard against environmental threats, it smells amazing, it's cinnamon and clove and orange. I love their toothpaste, their laundry detergent. I use all of it, highly recommend it, great stuff. I have friends who put it on the bottom of their kids' feet every day before school and daycare just for a little added immune support. I want to make sure that you're not feeling overwhelmed with how am I ever going to remember all these oils and what to use for what. So I just wanted to show you there are tons of resources out there that you can easily find this information. There's a great website called everythingessential.me. There's an app for your phone. You can absolutely find anything you want on Google just by typing in doTERRA essential oil for whatever. There's all kinds of recipes and do-it-yourself things on Pinterest and tons of stuff on Facebook. And since most people take better care of their pets than they do themselves, I often get asked about essential oils for pets. And yes, they're great. You have to really do your homework and check the safety guidelines, but there's tons of stuff out there. Lots of Facebook groups. There's one called the Essential Dog Oiler with over 12,000 likes. There's even one I saw called Essential Oils for Cats, Chickens, Farms, and Family. Imagine how great you would feel if you had all of these in your home. If you did have and use all those products, there's no doubt you'd look and feel better. But as great as the oils are, just like other things that you do to improve your health, they would work so much better if you had a strong nutritional foundation. So if your diet looks a little more like the one on the left, the oils will help you for sure, but you won't reach your optimal health until you're able to feed your body with real food and give it the nutrients it needs. In school, I studied more than 100 dietary theories presented by the leading doctors and researchers in the world, everything from vegan to the Atkins diet to South Beach to the macrobiotic diet. And although there are many different opinions on what's best to eat, and really it's different for everybody, but they all agree that it's just not possible to get all the nutrients we need anymore from our food supply and that we need to supplement. I'm one of those people who really does eat close to the recommended 9 servings of vegetables every day, and even I take some supplements. As an example, you'd have to eat 12 carrots today to get the nutrients you got from just one back in the 1950s. This is because the soil has become so depleted and the crops so hybridized. doTERRA knows this and has created a line of supplements with just the right amount of vitamins and minerals. The 3 bottles you see here come together in their Lifelong Vitality Pack. They contain powerful antioxidants and are synergistically formulated to work together to support heart health and brain function and work at the cellular level to help with inflammation and energy. And doTERRA supplements have the added advantage of containing tummy-taming ingredients. These are special oils and herbs that make them gentler on your stomach and easier for your body to assimilate. You'll notice I said just the right amount. There's a real dangerous mindset today, the supersize, mega everything, more is better mindset. Well, getting mega vitamins with extra this and extra that is not always the best way to go. And if they're synthetic, made in a factory, like most of the ones that are sold in drugstores and big box stores, they typically don't even break down and are of little, if any, use to your body. I've heard nurses refer to them as bedpan bullets because they come out intact, like the way they went in. With doTERRA supplements, they're bioavailable. Your body can recognize how to use them and benefit from their nutrients. This Lifelong Vitality Pack is actually their #1 selling product, even more than any of the oils. They even offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, but as long as I've been with the company, I've never heard of anybody who's returned them. I do hear very often that people have more energy, their sleep is better, their blood work is better, and I've even heard people say that their hot flashes have gone away when they started using them. So I recommend everybody try them and see what benefits you get. So which buying option is best for you? You can purchase your products at retail or at wholesale. If you want to purchase them at retail, you can just go to my website, mydoterra.com/Jennifer T, shop around, put items in your cart, check out, be on your way, that's fine. But if you think that you're going to be using more than just a bottle or 2, you're much better off with a wholesale membership. Their wholesale membership is similar to a Costco membership, but better because it's only $35. And with that, you save 25% on all your purchases. There's no commitment or future obligation. And the best part is you have the option to participate in their loyalty rewards program. This program's amazing. You get back 100% of your shipping costs in product credit and up to 30% of all your purchases back in product credit. And you get to take advantage of their monthly specials. Kits are a great way to start. doTERRA offers a couple of them and they're all really good values and include the 1-year membership. This kit in particular is great for someone who's ready to start living a more natural solutions lifestyle and really wants to clean house, both their home literally and their bodies. It comes with a lot of different oils, the cleaning products, supplements, it comes with a diffuser, and it even includes that cool wood storage box. Everybody loves that wooden box. The Home Essentials Kit is the one that I started with. It comes with 10 basic oils that every family should have on hand, and it also comes with a free diffuser. This Family Physician Kit is a great basic starter kit. It's good for traveling and just for someone who wants to kind of dip their toes into a more natural solution lifestyle. This comes with a nice assortment of oils that come in the smaller 5 milliliter size. So, are you like me? Do you really enjoy sharing healthy information with people? When you read about something, you're anxious to share it with someone that you know that it could help? Would you like to earn extra income? Have you always wanted to be your own boss? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then I encourage you to pay particularly close attention to my next slide. And before you think this part isn't for you and tune out, let me just say that there aren't many people who start using the oils and think that it will become a great source of income for them, myself included. I started because I was having trouble sleeping, and a friend gave me a sample of the doTERRA lavender oil, told me to put it on the bottom of my feet before I went to bed, and that night I slept like a baby. So shortly thereafter, I purchased my Home Essentials kit, and I've been adding to my collection and enjoying the benefits of their supplements and other products ever since. And I hear stories like this all the time. Something like, I was with my friend or my mother and she was all stuffed up. I gave her a little bit of our Breathe blend to inhale, and within a couple of minutes the pressure was gone from her face and she was breathing great, practically demanding to know how she could get her own. And it's a great business to be in. I mentioned that I have my MBA, and I've had several of my own businesses over the years, and this one is by far the easiest and the most rewarding. They have quality products that you can be proud to represent. They practically sell themselves. It's only a $35 investment to get started. There's loads of already created free marketing materials and things that you can use. There's a private Facebook group dedicated to helping reps grow their business. And one of the best parts is the camaraderie of a strong support team. We're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. Like all good webinars, I've put together special webinar offers for you, 3 of them to be exact. The first one is an intro kit. It's 3 5 milliliter bottles, lavender, lemon, and peppermint, which individually work great, but combined they work especially great for the seasonal respiratory issues that I mentioned. The second is frankincense. You'll notice the little crown on the bottle. That's because frankincense is known as the king of oils. If you remember that page where I had all the different medicinal properties listed, frankincense is the one that contains the most. So if in doubt, use frankincense, and if you only have 1 bottle of oil, that's probably the one that you would want. I'm sure you've noticed the price. It is one of our more expensive oils, but again, you get what you pay for. But I do want you to notice the difference between the $70 price that I'm able to offer it to you, which is my wholesale price, and the $93 price that you would pay if you bought it on your own. Right there's a $23 savings. So your $35 membership would practically pay for itself just with the purchase of 1 bottle of oil. And the third bottle I picked for you today is the Serenity. That's the one that I mentioned that I use when I'm out in public for social anxiousness, just to sort of take the edge off. It's also great for calming and helping to sleep, and it smells amazing. I also use it like perfume. I'm here to help you get your essential oils and get started using them in your everyday life. When you buy from me or become part of my team, you not only get your amazing products, but you get a friend, a coach, and a support line. I'll be with you every step of the way to make sure that you get all your questions answered and give you any advice that you'd like about safety or growing your business or anything else that I can help you with. And last, but certainly not least, you'll be included in our private Facebook community group. There you'll be able to see and hear how other people are using and benefiting from their oils. You'll get all kinds of ideas about things you probably wouldn't even think to ask about, and you can ask any questions that you'd like. Here's a little sample of some things from our private Facebook page with regard to the oils. Someone said my husband stopped snoring, it's helped lower my blood pressure, my daughter's dandruff is all but gone, my hot flashes went away, the swelling was almost completely gone within hours, I'm no longer spending my day in the bathroom, and my personal favorite, my family no longer hides from me during that time of the month. And this is a little thank you for everybody. It's an ebook I wrote called 10 Tips for Staying Young. I'll email it to you with a copy of this recording, or if you're watching this later, you can just email me and ask for it. Thank you everyone for attending. Let's talk and get you all set up. It takes just 5 minutes to get membership information, and you'll probably have your products within 3 to 5 days. You can reach me at 424-703-5366, or you can email me at bereallyhealthy@gmail.com.